This episode is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor!
I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, and Wes Wilson.
Control Point, episode 81, recorded on July 12th, 2009.
I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson. We have no microphones.
I'm Eric Fullerton.
What have you done to us?
I don't know what happened.
Why did you take our sound away? Why can't we talk like the other, like the cool kids?
Hey, yes, I am Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson,
And I'm still Eric Fullerton.
and we're still low. Why you got a compliment
here.
from the chat room, Eric?
What's that?
They said in your still shot you look like Jonathan Frakes,
Who's Jonathan Frakes?
number 2 on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh, okay.
Riker.
Bizarre. Oh, Riker. Oh, right. Just say Riker. Don't say his real name. All right, so anyway, episode 81 in the house. We got lots of good stuff here.
Yeah, he was number 1, wasn't he?
We got a big old bulging briefcase.
It's huge.
It is gigantic.
I have never seen such a big briefcase.
I have, but I don't know if I'm going to get into that.
Technically, I've never seen one either because it's invisible. Ready? And inside...
I like the creak on the invisible briefcase.
You love it? So inside of the briefcase this week, we have Valve is working on maps for competitive play. Huh?
Yeah.
And we also have a Pen and Paper TF2,
Yes.
a Korean PC game ripoff of Team Fortress 2.
Huh?
No.
We have
What?
Why is Valve so awesome? And we have new 3-team game mode idea called Alliance. Huh? Also, we have a shocking revelation behind the sniper's Razorback.
Dun, 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 dun.
You get it?
Shocking, I
Get
tell
it?
you.
Shocking?
Yeah.
Get it? Okay.
Yeah.
And also, we have a Team Fortress 2 update that happened previous to this episode. I don't remember when.
Delicious.
June 25th or something like that.
We probably have something about some CPCon 2 in here.
Yeah, we probably will talk about that a little bit.
Something about the t-shirts in there.
Yeah.
And the buttons.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, this thing is overflowing.
It is.
Flowink.
Overflowing. But first, before we get into all of this crazy action, you can't forget about our good friends over at lowpings.net.
There are pings, then there are low pings. Not just pings to walk, but pings to run. Not just the numbers, but the low numbers. Not just the pings to kill, pings to destroy. Not just pings to get you by, pings to get you by the enemies. They are more than just pings. They are a way of life. There is nothing on this internet better than lowpings.net. Because there is nothing on this internet better than a lowpings.net server. There are pings, then there are low pings. Find out more at lowpings.net.
Wow, that was powerful.
Nice. And I like the video you put behind that.
You like that?
It was very nice.
So, thank you very much. That was Nivacaris, who kindly set aside some time to make us an excellent episode.
Did he just insinuate that the best thing on the internet is lowpings.net?
I think he did.
Even better than porn?
Yeah, and better than the show.
Wait a minute. That's not right.
So go to lowpings.net. That is our official, that's the official CP servers. They work great. They work way better than anyone else we've ever tried before. And
they're nice.
Yes, and a few other people we always like to thank is purebuttons.com.
Yes.
They did us a great favor with our buttons, and if you've gotten buttons, which they were mailed out before I went on vacation, so there's about 40 buttons I mailed out.
Sweet.
All over the country.
All over this country, not
And
any other countries?
countries.
Oh, you sent them to
All
other
over the
countries
world.
as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta watch what I say when I say, just send me an email with your address and I'll send you a button. Wow, becomes an expensive
What's the
button.
weirdest place you sent a button to?
There really weren't any weird places.
Yeah.
Is there any really weird places anymore?
Yeah.
In the world?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're pretty.
Where's Car Hacks
we're
from
pretty
again?
Global. I forget where Car Hacks is
Sweden?
from. I want to say it's Norway,
Denmark?
maybe.
Denmark?
Sweden.
Something like that. That's pretty weird.
No, that's not weird.
It is too. It's Nordic.
No, we
Everything
did
Nordic is a
send-
little bit weird.
We did send out T-shirts as well, which we got from uberprints.com, which is another place we'd like to thank. And here we did have to send one to Hong Kong.
Awesome.
And so that was probably the weirdest place we sent one.
How much did the postage on that cost?
Let's just say it was more than the shirt. So, let's just say we're not going to be able to do this free shipping to Hong Kong or to, I think the other one was to Sweden and one other place that it ended up costing like $12 in shipping to each of those places.
Well, that's pretty sweet.
I got to say that Nivakaris said that he got a envelope with nothing in it except for Brent Copeland's business card.
That's funny. I'm hitting on him.
So there is. So I think that tells us that there is a rogue postman out there.
It's collecting CP buttons.
He's probably.
That's the second time that's happened.
Yeah.
Happened to Mintalk. So if you did order, let me just say this: if you did order a T-shirt, or you were supposed to be sent a button, if you are in the U.S., continental U.S., you should have already gotten it. Mm-hmm. Like you should have gotten it like a week ago. If you're outside the U.S., give it a couple more weeks. If you don't get it, let us know so then we can see what happened.
So we can laugh at you.
Yeah, and when you get your shirt, take a picture of yourself in your shirt and add it to the picture of yourself thread.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, Leah Shadow did that already. So.
On my recommendation.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I might add. I said, yeah, you got your shirt in? Cool. Take a picture of yourself in it and put it on the page.
Yeah, I told... we also sell hats. I don't know if anybody really knows about that, but we sell hats, and I told Johnny Napalm to wear it, take a picture of himself. So I think maybe we should probably at some point maybe make a store or something. You know how ThinkGeek does? They have action shots, and then you see a bunch of just user submitted pictures of people wearing various things.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So anyway, I don't know.
We could just have a directory of a steady kind of slideshow of people in a T-shirt. That'd be awesome.
And so anyway,
that would be awesome.
So
I've been watching Bolt. Can you tell?
And it looks like we sent Bad Easy an extra. Sent you an extra shirt or an extra button?
Because she got hers at the con, and then you sent her another one.
I wonder if that happened to anybody else.
I don't know.
Well, you'll just have to bring it with you to the next con. Is she coming to con 2?
I think so. Yeah.
Do we have any information on con 2?
Okay, this is what I try to do. Okay, CPCon's coming up at the end of the month. CPCon 2, CPCon Junior, CPCon,
Slept with your mom.
Yeah. It's coming up at the end of the month here in Huntsville. I was trying to get together some organization to try to get a group of hotel rooms, but the smallest group I can get is 10 rooms. And I don't think we've got enough people getting rooms to qualify for that block.
Right.
Now, I think it still would be good. I mean, we could, the tentative plan was to do it at the Holiday Inn downtown in Huntsville because it's right around the corner from where the mill is. Yeah. It's a reasonably nice hotel. It's downtown, so like if you want to, you can walk to the bars and all that kind of stuff. And it's it's a good place. But I haven't been able to motivate anyone to say, okay, I will guarantee X number of rooms. I will guarantee X number of rooms. So I think the best bet is for everyone just to call the Holiday Inn downtown.
So you're saying Holiday Inn, not the other one, because it was like twice the price of the other one.
Yeah, but it's a La Quinta on Restaurant Row.
It's
really not a good hotel.
It's a decent hotel, and like people saying, you're not going to be in it that much.
When I used to work at Daryl's, when the people would get off work, they would rent a hotel room at the La Quinta and throw a party in it.
That's awesome. So you could probably find some
Have you ever
free
been
booze.
to a restaurant party?
Yeah, but we didn't rent hotels. We usually went to people's houses. But,
yeah. So anyway,
it's right next to a good bar, good places to eat around there. Like I said, there's restaurants everywhere.
Well, it is right on Restaurant Row.
I don't know. All I'm saying is like half the price.
Well, I understand, and
so now I think people need to make a decision between
Right. Okay, sure. I mean, you can stay wherever you want. I don't really care. I just was trying to get everybody
staying at
together.
home.
Well, I am too. So, anyway, long story short, we're working on it. Check the thread on in the Control Point forums and let us know what you think. But I do think the La Quinta has been vote kicked.
La Quinta.
Why? Because one person said that?
No, because multiple people did in the thread. Very few people were interested in saying it to get a La Quinta.
Oh, okay.
You know what La Quinta means in Spanish?
Ghetto.
Next to Denny's.
Okay. Well, then Hilton.
I never
Call
knew
it the
that.
Hilton. If anybody doesn't want to stay at the Hilton, we can find you. The Night's Inn's got like a $23 special.
The Night's Inn. Woo!
That's down the road. So Hilton it is.
Not Hilton. Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn.
Yeah,
Okay.
it used to be a Hilton.
Now you're all screwed.
It's the Holiday Inn
We're going to be
downtown.
staying everywhere.
Well, there's the Marriott too. I mean, the Marriott there by the Space Center. We could do that too. But I mean, I think that's probably around the same price point.
Yeah, no, that's more.
Is it?
It's 123, I think.
Yeah, we don't want that.
All right.
Okay, so Holiday Inn.
Yeah, Holiday Inn, downtown Huntsville. And if we can, I mean, if I can get everybody's, reservation information, I can see if I can't get us put into a block.
See if you can't do it?
Yeah.
Or see if you can do it?
See if I can do it.
Okay, so I guess that's a briefcase.
That was a big old
That was. See, you said it was fat.
I don't know if it's brief anymore.
Yeah, not too much briefness going on. Let's get into the old status.
Status.
So, Brent, what'd you do?
Well, I've been out of town.
Okay. Eric,
So,
what'd you do?
I stayed in town. Wes, what'd you do?
I stayed in town too.
All
Took
right,
care
listener
of.
contributions.
Yeah. We did play a lot over the last couple weeks. At
Yeah.
least I have.
Yeah, we played last night, or
Night before last.
Friday night, yeah.
Yep, Friday night.
and then we...
And actually Thursday night was a big night too, but I didn't really get involved. But it started a trend on Thursday night where everyone started putting crit in their name, and
That's right,
I changed my name because every time I would log on, people would go, "Oh, hey, look, it's Wes."
I know, and I saw that. that was
So I
nice.
changed my name to, in quotes, "Hey, look, it's Wes,"
Yeah.
and then everyone was changing their name. It was Crit Frog, and you were Nail Crit, and
Or
there
Crit
was
Head.
Crit Head, yeah. And then there was Johnny Crit Palm. Was that it? Johnny,
maybe.
I don't know, something.
Somebody was, I hate you, not the idea.
Yes.
Doesn't have anything to do with crits, but I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Oh, it was Critty Napalm. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, everybody was changing their names to things with crit in it. And it was pretty fun. We did we do anything really all that special? I mean, the only thing I remember is there was some good engineering going on. We had some really serious engineer stuff going on.
Yeah. There was, let's see.
I freaked people out by playing Sniper a little bit.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
kill anyone?
Yeah.
Like, did you freak them out by jumping out going, I'm a sniper?
No.
Or did you shoot him in the head and
I
they
shot
went,
him
hey,
in the
Wes
head.
is playing a sniper?
Actually, I mostly shot them in the body because I'm really not that good at shooting people in the head.
Right.
Don't make me shoot you in your body.
But people would be like, hey, wait, I thought Wes hated snipers. And I'm like, I do, but I'm tired of being the only one, in the game who never gets single shot kills.
Wah,
So.
wah.
Yeah.
So I had a rant.
A rant?
Rant?
Yeah, but maybe first
can't
I'll gloss
rant.
over. I want to just gloss over some maps that I played over the past 2 weeks because we missed last week's episode because of 4th of July. So I played Tequila, and that was very, very beautiful map. It was very well done.
Is it at sunrise?
I think it was. Yeah.
Tequila sunrise?
Yeah, I believe it was. Yes. I get the joke. But yeah, it was a very, very nice looking map. It's basically a huge bar, like a tiki bar, and you're very small. It's like Rats or any of the other, like miniature type maps. And you're running around on bar stools, and you go up. The one thing I don't like about it is the refrigerator. It forces you to play this little mini game, which comprises of you trying to get precariously on top of a little vent that blows air, and you excel upward into a little hole, and then you're on the second floor, and then you do it again. You get onto another little vent, it blows you through a tiny little hole, and that right there in itself isn't that difficult, but once you get up there, there's a ledge. If you fall off the ledge, you go all the way down to the very bottom floor of this refrigerator. As if it wasn't hard enough and annoying, it really sucks. So I'm so sad to say that such a beautiful, excellently crafted map is ruined because of the poor transportation methods. Really sucks.
You go.
So anyway, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I would just say I hate elevators, but I would rather have an elevator in that, or just stairs. I don't know, something like I want to get back to the game when I'm
But a
playing
permanent
that.
teleporter.
Or a teleporter, yeah. I mean, that's not about it. The whole map is not about playing TF2. It's all about trying to navigate and trying to get to the top floor. It's really lame. Anyway, so to you who made that map, excellent job on the video.
Screw off. Wait.
But anyway, just I would love it if you fixed
Nice
that.
editing yourself there, Brent.
Anyway,
By the way, where's the cap on my memory stick?
That is the cap.
No, there's another half to it.
there's a cap and a memory stick going on here.
Here, let me see it now.
You took forever. I was sitting here doing sign language going, the cap, and you couldn't figure it out.
I thought that was the cap. I was like, I was trying to put that on the other side and stuff.
Sorry to interrupt your week there.
Anyway, so I played some Upside Down 2 Fort, and it is ridiculously hard to walk around.
Yeah.
Have you played it?
No, but I saw a video of it.
Okay.
And it looks hard because there's beams on the ceiling and stuff. And you gotta hop over them and all kinds of ridiculous stuff.
You find yourself trapped in the geometry, can't move, can't get out of the room. You're like, oh, well, time to kill myself and respawn as someone new.
So are these all just half-done maps that we're starting to put on the server?
I don't know.
Well, the Upside Down 2 Fort is a fully done map. It's just it's upside down.
I don't get it.
It seems like the maps
I get upside down cake. I don't get upside down 2 Fort.
It seems like they're well polished. It's like all the visuals and all the polish is there, but like the fundamentals are missing to these two maps in particular. The next one I played was Quad Beta 2, and this is really nice. A very nice upgrade. This as anyone knows, longtime listeners, the Quad is a map that I worked on about 2 years ago. And
golly, that's been a long time.
Yeah, and I just kind of abandoned it because I just, I would rather spend my free time working on this show than a map. So I just kind of left it where it was at. And Nivacaris took it and made a really neat middle point, like a new center point where it's like glass and you can walk up. It's very, very cool, very neat idea. It definitely makes the Quad that much better to play. So
can we get him to work on You Kids Get Off My Lawn next?
Yeah, possibly. And then the last map of notable, this one is CP Aurora. This had a nice layout. It was dark and snowy, which I really like the atmospheric effects. There's like a part where a lake is frozen, or it's more like a pond is frozen, and you're walking around on these little patches of ice. And anyway, so when you capture, it's a CTF map. So, oh wait, why is it called CP Aurora? I think I messed that up. Anyway, it is a CTF map, unless I'm totally blanking. But anyway, once you cap the intel, you have to go back and you have to put it into this hole, and it's like a shaft that goes all the way down into the earth. You fall down there, there's no way you can get back up. But the neat thing is you're trapped in this little cylindrical thing, and you're standing there and you're like, okay, I capped it, what next? And all of a sudden you see these little side hatches kind of open up, just like little slits in the hall, in the wall, and then there's sentries behind them, and they all shoot you all at once, and then you die, and that's it. So you're like sacrificing yourself every time you cap the intel. It's pretty neat. That's
pretty funny.
We played around with no clip. Johnny Napalm put on no clip, so we went down there to mess with the sentries, try to destroy them and stuff, but you can't do anything to them. But anyway, so that was pretty neat. But anyway, so any comments on those maps? Did you guys play
I didn't play any of those.
Okay. Did you, Brent?
No.
Okay.
The only map that I played that was custom very much this week, I did play some Observatory.
Okay.
Which is
that?
That's the one that it has the two capture points on the side, and then the center capture point in the middle, where it's just a big round room. And when you first come out of the blue spawn, you can go left to the one capture point, right to the, or you can go straight ahead and up those stairs to that little staging room for the middle area.
Right.
And it's got some good elements to it. I really there's some fun to it. I like that you don't have to move the spawn. I like that you can sort of get ready for the next section you're about to do. But that center point is a difficult capture. It is a slog. It's an Uber thing. Like you basically
have to Uber,
and it really made me mad because. We were playing, and I've always fought really hard as an engineer to get a sentry up in the middle room to help with the attack, and I finally got into the room early enough to get a sentry up, and that's when the server crashed on Friday night.
Dang!
And I was like, "Oh well." That's great.
That sounds like me and playing Tequila. It's like I finally get up all the way to all the different stories. The top story of the refrigerator, and then if the server crashed, I would be like, I'm done with TF2 forever. So anyway, my rant for the week. Well, not that I really have rants of the week, but this is a rant, right?
I thought you already had the rant about the map.
Those were mini rants, if you will. So anyway, my major rant about, and I'm thinking broad. I'm trying to see the whole picture here of Team Fortress 2, and I hate the fact that Valve has incorporated command lines into doing anything that is either configuration for the user or configuration for admin use. What are we, living in the 80s? Why don't they have like a menu system, something that's easy? And I understand. I talked to Johnny Napalm, and I was telling him about this, and he said, geeks, they love command lines, and I'm there with you. I'm totally there with you.
But not in the middle of a game.
Yeah.
You need something like, I know that, like, let's say I'm looking for a map. Let's say I want to switch the game to the next map. I have to go through, and not only do I have to cycle through text lines,
right,
but I've also got to remember what each of those maps corresponds to.
Yep.
There should be some quick icon love. You should be able to have a pull-down admin menu.
At least.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes the game more polished, and it makes it more functional, because no one can memorize all this stuff. And even if you can, your timing is off. You're trying to play, and you're trying to type in command lines, so you're just kind of standing there in the middle of the field, like typing in commands. And then if it's wrong, you got to fix it. It's like, what's up with this? And how about an Archon password login automatically? Like when you just, when you sign in your server, you're logged in. I mean, why not? Like a cookie or something. And I don't know. It's just, it feels so archaic, and it's like, it was okay 10 years ago, but 2009, people?
Yeah.
And we're still typing in crap on a command line?
Do you think it has to do with they can just leave that to the community basically doing it, and that saves them a lot of money, not having to worry about that aspect of the game and have to worry about getting it working on a Windows machine versus a Linux machine?
Yeah, but they've already got a GUI built into the game. How hard can it be to simply put in another level of it with buttons that correspond? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With buttons that correspond to certain commands. There should be some basic admin commands for, in the game. I mean, you should be able to, as a mod, you should be able to click on something to kick somebody from the server, rather than going through a list or going through Beatles, and doing a bunch of, I don't know. I just don't have a tolerance for it.
Beatles is okay. That's like, it's definitely a hack. It's nothing, obviously Beatles was not created by Valve, so therefore it is a hack. It's a workaround because Valve didn't supply you with that functionality. So users are now in charge of making the GUI easier for configuration and things like that. And that's fine and dandy and everything, but when there's a new Beatles mod to be installed and it breaks the server and all this and that, and it's like some mods don't work with other mods, it's like, hey Valve, why don't you just make something? Because whatever you make will probably work with your own game, and then we can use it and we'll all be happy. And totally sucks. That's why, like, most times when I play, I don't even do any admin stuff. I don't even log into the Archon. I'm like, how do you do no graph again, but just for me? You know? I don't
honestly,
know.
we have that set up on our server. Johnny has it set up on our server where you don't have to log into Archon.
Well,
you're already
if
admin.
you use source mod.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On our servers, you're all set, right? And I guess that's my thinking is that how many people actually, own a server? And I know there's more people that run servers than that are mods, but then having to get into all this detail of who gets what powers and what, and you're going to have to do some kind of command line, it seems like, on the server. I think it would be great, too, to have a GUI. I just think they're trying to save money and not have to get into that aspect of it.
But I think it's like it's a catch-all. It's like something that most of the players are going to use, I think. I mean, I understand that most of the users don't use the kind of config things that are, on the command line now because it's so hard. But I think if it was made easier, I think you would have like 90% or more users using all of these extra things. It's like, how many people actually know that you can type something in your config file to lower the volume of the sound effects when someone's speaking? Like 30% maybe?
I wouldn't even go that far.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe 10%? I mean, but if that was an option, in the options where options go, you click the little button and then you say
I think you
30%.
get about 10% more people that would know it after that.
I don't know. It's just really lame that they're just like, throw it in the command line. They'll figure it out. Anyway.
Oh, and I don't think that's how they say it. I think that's just like an option there that they're not really wanting to give people, but it's just kind of like, people who know how to do it can do it kind of thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. If it just feels like you have to be an expert in TF2 to even know, any of the config type commands. It's just kind of lame.
I'm just happy their server stuff works 10,000 times better than, say, like Left 4 Dead.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's hardly anything I can really rant about, but this one really just took it. Like every single week, I have this rant in my brain, and it just keeps going. Every time I play TF2 and I want to do something cool, I always look to Johnny Napalm, and he's there, and I'm like, hey, do this or do that. I always tell him to do stuff, but I'm like, why is it that I can't do it? Oh, because it's too hard. It's too many steps. It's too many things to memorize.
And now you know why when the podcast is late, that's really what it is Eric's here ranting at us about the server crap. And we're like, yeah, I know, Eric.
Yeah. So anyway, I could repeat myself all day, but that's pretty much it. So you want to get on to the old on the loudspeaker?
Indeed. News and discussion.
So we're just going to breeze through these. There's not much here.
Yeah, there's not much here. Just about 10 news articles.
Okay, so apparently Valve is working on maps for competitive play. We got a quote from Robin in an email that says, we're working on a couple of maps aimed specifically at competitive play, and one of them is a 5-point linear control point map. We got a link in here, and this is from a thread in our forums by Buddha.
Yeah, that's great. That's really cool news that they're actually working on some more, like gravel pit type maps. And, and this came straight from Robin, in an email to someone else. Of course, it could have been faked. But this was a screenshot that was on gotfrag.com's forums. And anyway, so it's good news, at least.
Do you think that they're going to be doing something special to differentiate them from other competitive? How is this going to compare to the Wellish style maps? I mean, what are they doing to change the vibe, or are they just continuing the chain?
I thought it was just the way that the 5-point linear CP map, like just a more even. I don't know, maybe a more balanced type map, things that you would find in a competitive map, like some of the, let's see, like Mach 4, remember? They made that more competitive, and they made some tweaks to it and kind of balanced it out and stuff like that. So I think it'll be less about fun terrain and cool. They're
all going to be orange maps, right?
I think
maps, make sure everybody's frame rate is great.
Yeah. I think it's just more about balance and less about novelty and neat idea. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they say is what they consider competitive play. Like if they take crits out, on these maps
like
or
this map
something
only.
like that.
Yeah, okay, that's true. So who knows? I don't know. It's all speculation. So we'll go to the next one, and this is Team Fortress 2 RPG. This is being worked on by someone. This is unofficial, but this is being worked on, and there is a website here, and you can go and check out some character sheets and some.
And this is like D&D RPG. Is
Yeah.
what we're saying. This is like a
Round
roll
table.
the dice and roll a character.
Yeah, and there's a weapon rules chart that outlines all of the weapons for each of the classes and stuff. And anyway, it looks like it's really coming along.
Interesting.
Yeah,
one of the guys that works on it is TPG Wade Wilson.
Oh, nice.
Wade's my middle name.
Huh. Freaky. That's totally freaky. But
Is there something we should know?
I don't know. I don't think so.
But this is something that would be really cool to actually sit around and play, like during it, like record it and put it on a show. Would you do that?
He's an F7
I'm
land,
casting
too.
magic fireball into the darkness.
Oh, this would be awesome. Anyway, so good luck on that, and keep us updated.
Are you starting that video again?
And I didn't mean to start playing Super Mario.
Right during a podcast.
Wow.
I have too many buttons in front of me, too many keyboards.
That's what she said.
See?
So anyway.
Also, it looks like Korea has finally dropped a bombshell here, and they're ripping off Team Fortress 2.
I don't. Now, I'm going to say that I don't necessarily think this is a Team Fortress 2 ripoff. I think this is very similar to a lot of other Korean games from what I've experienced. I think that Team Fortress 2 is a lot like a lot of existing stuff that's been around for a while. And to me, yes, there are some elements of it that look a little bit similar, but at the same time, there are elements of TF2 that look similar to things that came before it. So,
But it's called TF2.
it is not.
Come on, I thought that was funny. What is it called? It's called HAVE, H-A-V-E.
Yep.
HAVE Online. Does anybody know what that stands for?
I have no idea. But the thing is, like, a lot of people are calling it a ripoff and this and that. There is a sniper class, and there's a heavy class, and there's all this stuff. But, like, Valve didn't...
I don't think they're classes. If you'll notice,
Really?
the same characters are holding different weapons. I think that you're able to take on roles at any given point in time.
Oh, okay. But, I don't know. It is cartoony, and it is very, like, each class looks very distinct, and, it's not like Valve invented the sniper rifle or the demo with the sticky bombs and stuff like that, or proximity mines or whatever. So, yeah, there's a similarity, but, get real.
And it's all basically what it looks like. The trailer looks like action figures having a war. So it's almost like the Toy Soldiers maps that we did.
You remember the in the mid-90s...
Army Men.
Yeah. Remember that? Yeah,
Yep.
that's kind of actually what it feels like.
And the company has actually come out and said in a phone interview that they said debating as to if it's a ripoff or not is like having blind men touching an elephant and describing what it looks like. We will reveal the gameplay soon. Other than that, we have no comment at this time.
Okay. Well, cool.
So Johnny Napalm in the chat room right now is saying we should have listened to the Crit Cats take on Have.
Oh,
So now I'll probably have to check that out.
yeah. I haven't listened to Critcast in a while. I haven't been listening to many podcasts lately.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't either because they all suck. I'm just kidding.
especially the
Down
ones
with
with those dead
podcasts.
workers guys.
Okay.
Take us to the next one. What's the next one?
This 3-team game mode idea? I haven't even looked
Wait,
at this.
no. Why Valve is so awesome?
Oh yeah. We a long time ago in one of the episodes we had a thing where why Valve was so awesome, and it was basically some guy logged on to the Steam forums and said, "I got on this page and there was a hack that somebody said wouldn't trip VAC and then I got booted and I can't get back into the game, and how do I get back into the game?" And basically,
Yeah.
Steam replied, the webpage lied to you.
Yeah.
And it was one of these shutdowns that was so amazing.
And then he was like, tell him we said lol. Remember, that's the punchline.
Yeah. And I didn't read this whole thing. Did you read this whole thing, Eric? Do you
I
want to
did,
talk
but
about
now
it?
I totally forgot what it was. I posted this about a week ago. So this is actually just kind of a one post thing. He has his email to Valve, and then his response. And okay. So it says, we have employed sticky bombs in order to ensure the demise of your error. Oh, that's right. He was getting an error.
Yeah. He was getting an error, and so he sent in a picture of the error, and he put some graphics behind it. He put a picture of the Heavy holding the error, and it said it's error killing time above it.
Oh, that's right.
And then Valve replied that they had put sticky bombs all over it, and in order to ensure the demise of the error, and they edited the image to have sticky bombs on it and have the.
They went to the trouble to do that for one person,
yes.
Or did they know that this was going to get around?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? And they would know that it would be on the forums, or soon enough it would be on the greatest TF2 show on the planet.
That would be our show,
which is a Critcast or Friendly Fire. What is it?
I don't know.
But anyway,
Warp. Oh no, wait, that show's dead.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, it's not dead. It's just gone. For now.
So anyway, that was pretty cool. I thought that was notable. Like they're still on the rampage of like making us laugh with their responses. I think that's awesome. All right, next thing. New 3-team game mode idea goes by the name of Alliance. This is interesting. Have you guys read this at all?
I have not. This is the first time I've seen it.
I just glanced through the link you sent through there.
Would you like to read it or glance over it some
really.
more?
Sure, I can do it.
Is it?
I did read it. I just have to get a memory
what is
refresher.
this? Is this just a link someone sent in?
No, this is actually something that I found. I'm just looking around looking for news.
But it's just some guy's post on a forum like, hey, this is like a new class question thing.
Well, okay,
I'm against this.
I dig it. I kind of, yeah. But I thought it was a neat idea.
It's like new game mode question,
Yeah, but it's kind of like, what if there was a new class or a new color? What kind of games would you play, right?
Yeah, I hate that too.
So it is that. If that sounds interesting to you, there is
then listen up, guys.
There's a link in the show notes. So anyway, I guess we won't go into it because that is speculation,
if you want.
like a big what if kind of thing.
Hey, if you liked it, I bet it's worth reading.
But I don't know how to read.
Of you.
Okay,
anyway.
It's a lot of text.
It is a lot of text, and it's a fresh idea. I thought so. Yeah, go read that if that interests you.
No, I did like this next one that you had.
This is good.
This is the inspiration behind the sniper's Razorback. And are you just going to shoot the or put the image in the show notes?
Yes, and also if you're watching this on YouTube or any other kind of video device, whatever, or live in the chat room right now, you can see that I believe they got the inspiration from the Spectacular Spider-Man number 13, which has the Razorback as a villain on the front cover. This goes for 35 cents, by the way. And he says, "Nice try, wall crawler, but anyone who comes at me from behind is in for a big shock." And it has, the Razorback guy and a big shield right on his back. And then Spider-Man is kind of like flailing in the background, like with electricity bolts and stuff. And it says, "He's rough. He's ready. He's the rip-roaring Razorback, and he'll get what he wants in the Big Apple. Or pound it into pulp."
and the shield on his back is an actual Razorback, pig,
like the boar.
Yeah. But it's glowing like it's shocking.
Or like the.
I think this is right. I think this is exactly where they got it from.
Yeah. Or like
I think this is perfect.
What is it like? Little Rock has a football team.
The Razorbacks,
yeah,
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just Arkansas in general. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, thought that was very interesting, and it just really, like, it's too much of a coincidence that you would have a guy named Razorback with electricity and all that stuff. It's like, hello.
I just think it's funny looking back at an old a comic like that and being like, wow, they really ran out of ideas early, right? They had to go with the guy with the Razorback.
That era, the enemy, there was a new enemy every week in Spider-Man, and there were terrible people in there.
Oh, totally.
Oh, man.
I read Spectacular, too. I read Amazing. I read them all.
I didn't pick up Spider-Man because of the whole, oh, look, it's a new bad guy this week. Oh, look. I didn't pick it up.
Spider-Man was one of my faves. I picked up like 3 or 4 different Spider-Mans every week.
I read X-Men.
I liked it.
I was an X-Men guy. I read Star Wars.
McFarlane Spider-Man.
Green Lantern.
I wasn't a DC guy. I didn't.
When are we going to see a Green Lantern movie?
I wasn't
what the
really
hell?
a
They
DC
just
guy
cast. They just cast the guy for the lead of it.
Really?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
I think I heard something about that just now. On you heard it first here.
His name's Ryan Reynolds.
On Control Point.
Yep. Thank you, Lawler Skating.
So yeah, I wonder how much that issue actually goes for. You know what? I should have did my homework and looked up a guide to see how much that's
Spectacular Spider-Man 13 probably does not go for
13. if anyone
It might
actually
still go for
Peter
35
Peter
cents.
Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man. No, it's probably
if someone in the chat room wants to look that up real quick, I'll mention it. Anyway, all right, let's go to the next one. Oh, this is the big one. This is a Team Fortress 2 update that occurred on June 25th, 2009. This is between episodes, so I'm going to mention this. Let's see here. We have a couple updates to the Linux dedicated server. Boring. Then we have the Team Fortress 2 updates themselves to the client, and we have changed CL flip view models. So boring. Then we go down to, oh man, these are all fixes.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Well, okay, fix the heavy's punches not matching mouse button presses between the view models are flipped. What?
Yeah, when
What does that mean?
when you made yourself right or left-handed, it made it so that if you punched with the, how if you push the left mouse button, you punch with your left hand.
All right.
If you flipped your handedness, you would hit left mouse button and it would punch with your right.
Okay, flipped your handedness.
Yep.
Okay, so that's fine. Fix dead ringer damage reduction exploit involving spy taunting.
Yeah. This happened just before the last episode, because here it is. They're talking about how they reverted the force of nature and air blast knockback effects on disguised spies. They can use them on them. Remember we talked about that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, actually, Johnny Napalm in the chat room was like, oh my god, you guys have the worst memory. We talked about that on episode 80!
Yeah.
Hey, I do have
okay.
something here for you, though. Peter Parker's The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 13, December 1977.
77, really?
Near mint goes for $12.
Really?
$12.
Wow, that's not bad, actually.
$12.
So you can buy it here. Do you want this link? So I mean, someone wants
$12, that's nothing. That's weird, huh?
Well,
maybe we should buy it and give it out as a prize.
Actually, back issues of comics are not going up the way they used to. Now
like in the 90s.
now that they're publishing trade paperbacks, and now that there's a lot of digital distribution of scanned copies.
Right.
yeah, but I mean, if we're talking about, I mean, this is probably when they were mass producing these puppies. There's so many copies probably out there. The $12 actually seems a lot.
Actually, 77 is just before the big push when everybody was buying multiple copies of the same issues. That really started.
77?
Yeah.
I didn't think, like in the 90s, everybody was buying multiple copies.
Well, no.
In the late 80s, too.
Yeah, that's just it. Like mid 80s is when it really started kicking up. Yeah, no. This was just before.
And that's when like everybody started like making multiple covers, like X-Men 1, remember the new remake in the early 90s. I bought about 50. I bought about 10 covers, and I think there was 5 covers.
Yeah. This was the era. I still bought my comic books at the Piggly Wiggly grocery store across from Grissom.
Nice.
If you remember. No, it was at the Eckerd's Drugs next to...
I remember Eckerd's.
Yeah.
Eckerd's.
And you used to get them on the big spiral rack, the little thing that would turn and had the little pockets. Yeah.
Nice. Old times.
Yep. I used to buy Star Wars comics from that rack. I used to buy Marvel 2-in-1. I loved Marvel 2-in-1. It had the Thing and someone else.
Nice.
You know what's cool is if you look at episode 14, it looks like the Razorback makes a return.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
But it looks like they became allies, and now the hate monger is making Razorback and Spider-Man fight each other.
That jerk.
Some crazy, wacky stuff.
Niceness.
I found the Wikipedia is a really great reference for finding out old comic book trivia. Because you can find pages on all kinds of stuff. Like, for instance, there's, I was reading Final Crisis, and, a few, these people come up, and you're like, who is this person, and why are they important, Right. And you can go on Wikipedia and see, like, a complete catalog of everything that person has ever done.
Oh, right.
And what their stories are and things like that. It's actually kind of wacky.
That's cool.
So
yeah, and I'm looking at samruby.com. And it's actually they did this fairly well. How they have this.
So when are we going to see a TF2 comic? Because they're so all the classes are so darn lovable. I just want to see.
But
I want to see, and I want it to be written by Valve. I don't want it to be written by, unless they're good. I don't know. But I mean, I guess you could capture the feeling of what the Heavy would really like. I want to see the Heavy fall in love with someone. I want to see a romantic comedy. Okay, that's true. He's in love with his gun. Anyway, moving on.
My gun.
Let's see here. We have.
Now we need to move on to State of the Servers.
Should we? Is there anything else here? I mean, there's a couple more fixes.
Well, the stuff we talked about last time.
The Ambassador no longer penetrates buildings.
We talked about that. Okay. We talked about how the movement speed penalty has been removed from the Razorback.
My memory sucks. I don't remember.
It does.
By the way, we already talked about that too. Oh, State of the Servers. Awesome. I like State of the Servers. So, so here's some nice little State of the Servers done by our excellent friend Johnny Napalm, and it goes a little something like this.
Hit it!
What's the state of the server? What's the state of the server? What's the state of the server with Johnny Napalm?
Attention!
Greetings, CP community. It's your friendly neighborhood server admin Johnny Napalm here with this week's State of the Servers for the week leading up to CP episode 81. We've had a couple of recent crashes and some really bad lag in some spots on this past Friday night, so I'm keeping an eye on that, but I'm not really sure what the cause was, so we'll just have to see how things go. Had some recent map updates. We dropped CP Gaiden from the rotation. That wasn't a particularly popular map, at least based on the feedback I've received. PL Cashworks was updated to RC2, thanks to Erie1 for pointing that out, that he had updated it. The quad has also been updated. It is now at B2, thanks to Nivicarius' work on that. Looks pretty good. We got a chance to take a look at that last week, and it looks pretty nice so far, so I like what he's done with the place. I've also added CP War Machine and CTF2 Fort Upside Down, thanks to Jazz for that one. It's a pain to play that map, we'll just put it that way, so there's a good reason it's only admin inflictable. Other things we've done, I've added some more lines to the advertisements text to include the first 3 rules from the message of the day, so you'll see those pop up in the text area. And we'd like to welcome High Stepper as a full admin on Server 1 and Server 3. Since he'd been doing stuff on 3, we figured it made sense to have him on 1 also, since he can probably put in some more time at different times of the day. Still, since we can't have admin coverage 24/7, we're still looking into some other plugins to help the community self-moderate to some degree. Things like vote kick, vote ban, mute, gag, silence, whatever, stuff like that. I've added the swear replacement plugin over the past weekend. Now, if people type bad words into chat, it's replaced with crit, which is awesome and hilarious. And then we've included a plugin called Admin Sentinel that allows the admins to listen in on the other team's voice comms if needs be. So if there's somebody saying some things in the other team's voice chat, the admin can listen to that and make some corrections as needed. I played around with it a little bit over the weekend. It seems to work okay, so that looks like a nice tool for us. And then I wanted to, since folks didn't get a chance to listen to this when it was live streamed last week, potentially, I wanted to just reiterate how RTV works. A stock Rock the Vote where nobody nominates a map will pull only from the rotation. That's how it's designed, and that's how I have it configured, so that's how it's going to work. It skips the 3 most recently played maps, so that you can't just RTV back to something that people just played. The nominations list, however, is a much larger map list, but it is limited to a degree to exclude things, the crazy stuff like Cyberpunk, Duel 2, Mario Kart, and so on. And then as far as the actual voting stuff goes, the map with the most votes wins. That's it. No minimum percentage, nothing like that. If a map gets one more vote than the rest of the maps, that's where you're going. That's pretty much how it goes. And I just want to make sure everyone's, understand what our goal is. We're trying to make CP1, the best experience we can for TF2 for the largest, user base that we can. So, there's going to be some things that a few people don't like, and that's just the way of things. We really can't please everyone, but we're trying to please as many people as we can with what we're doing. That said, we do have avenues for feedback, so, visit deadworkers.com/community and check out the forums there. We have the CP forums has a couple of threads, particularly for map stuff, the rotation thread, and then a new map suggestion thread. And if you've got other feedback, feel free to hit up an admin through whatever avenue is most comfortable for you to use, whether it's Twitter or private messages on the forums or what have you. One final note is that the vote crits is disabled now. There was something wrong with that plugin. Apparently the vote was only staying up for about 3 seconds, which I think is what was causing the no option to win all the time. So in the interim, I've just shut it off, and I'm looking for a better solution. Anyway, enough of me rambling on. Get out there and play. Also want to thank Bob Mills for the bumpers in and out. Those are pretty awesome. Thanks a lot for those, Bob.
That's good trip!
That's the state of the server with Johnny Napalm.
Nice.
Those are awesome. That boy should have his own podcast, I think.
Yeah.
The Johnny Cast.
So holy crit, that was critting awesome.
And I gotta say about the no vote crit, don't waste your time on that, Johnny. Just leave it as is. Everybody's fine with crits.
We did have we had a racist get on the server the other day, and it actually made some people mad. And I want to point something out. We are not going to be able to shield everyone on CP1 24/7 from the things that can go wrong. If jerks are out there, they're going to ruin the experience a little bit. We will do our best to deal with it. Please feel free to message any of us via Steam if there is not currently an admin on.
Or direct Twitters work well.
But I also point out that you have the ability to mute players in your game. If someone's bugging you and they're just being racist, just mute them. You don't have to listen to them.
True.
And I mean, I'm not trying to say that we don't want to, help clean things out, but it took me about 15 minutes. I was busy and I saw a message from somebody. I went to the server. I logged on. I listened to the stuff. I figured out the commands I needed to do to kick them and ban them, and I did it. But it took about 15 minutes, and in the process, the guy went from being highly confrontational to being, "Hey man, I'm just kidding," da 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 da. I mean, it was too late. He had been really, really rude and really, really jerky. But I think that I would rather go slow and steady than have a lot of finger, like quick trigger banners available 24/7.
Rubiximus in the chat room has it right, and she says, or he says, they're mods, not firefighters.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I like it.
So anyway, just be aware. We're here for you, but at the same time, you'll end up having to do a little bit of self maintenance. It's a tough world out there, and our server's no different.
Well said, sir. Well said. All right. We're going to get down to the old listener contributions now. And we have a little bumper sent to us. A little listener contributions.
By a doctor, no less.
By Dr. Taco.
Now, this isn't Taco from CPCon, is it?
No.
Okay.
Not that Taco. The other Taco. The Taco with the PhD.
Okay.
And here it is.
Taco presents listener contributions.
Wow.
That's short and to the point.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it, sort of.
No melody needed. Just, get right to the point, bust out the demon or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so today...
Taco's not here anymore, Mrs. Torrance.
Like you did a little finger thing.
Yeah.
So we have the first thing here, and this is great. Everyone's going to love this. Let me cue the video up for you video watchers or whatever. This right here was sent to me by the greatest spy known in the universe.
James Wan?
As Jennings. Jennings. Okay, so Jennings has surpassed 900 hours of gameplay as Spy, and he had a live concert on July 10th where he debuted his brand new song, and you can hear it right here, right now. And it goes a little something like this.
Jennings.
It's close to midnight. You're searching for a server to go on. No games are in sight. They're empty and the players are all gone. Then he logs on and spams your Steam chat window with Join Jennings. You try to join, but horror looks you right there in your face. There's no more space, 'cause this is Jennings. Jennings night. He's always singing to ya, even cloaked and out of sight. 'Cause this is Jennings. Jennings night. And use your in-game browser and press Shift-Tab bottom right. He is the spy who they say you will never forget. Bum, bum, bum. And they say playing with him you will never regret. Regret, regret. Visit Jennings.net. Ow! Dun, 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 dun. And when he logs off, the game is done. The players all take flight. But the night's not over, not till you go and comment on his site. Now is the time for you to go and watch his videos. And tomorrow night, you'll join his server when it's free and empty. And you will see that this is Jennings. Jennings night. He's always singing to ya, even cloaked and out of sight. Yes, it is Jennings. Jennings night. So use your in-game browser and press Shift-Tab, Spy Crab, Backstab, bottom right. Jennings.
Wow.
Awesome.
That was crap.
Was that awesome or what?
It was crap.
It was crap. What are you talking about? So, wherever you are, Michael Jackson, that is to you. He's in the ground somewhere, right?
Oh,
what?
Several people in the room said too soon, too soon.
Too soon?
Yeah.
No, that was it was celebrating. So thank you very much, Jennings. You're awesome. I can't wait to see what epic things happen on your 1,000 hour party.
Wow.
Can you
That's
imagine
just
it?
unbelievable.
I know. He really climbed from 800 to 900 pretty fast, too.
Yeah.
So
he was probably sitting there just waiting for his fat loot.
Yeah.
I think I'm only at about 200, maybe 200 hours of total play.
Oh, total? Like
Yeah.
all across the board?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I am, though, but that was awesome. That was awesome.
4,000, 5,000.
Weirdo.
So I guess we'll get into the next whole thing here, and we have from Car Hacks, who is Swedish. Is this right?
The Swedish.
This is an email. Would you like to read it, Wes?
Sure.
In your heavy voice?
Yes, I'll do it in my heavy voice. Hello, little babies! Heavy Car Hacks here. I hear Wes cry like little coward about nerf of Demoman. Heavy thinks Wes should play a pug like Big Man. Demo is strong! Almost as strong as Heavy. He can make entire team go boom! He moves faster than little coward scout. Little baby should stop crying. Heavy Car Hacks, say bye.
Nice one.
Nice. Calling Wes a baby. I like it.
Yeah. So you made me read my own insulting. I had to insult myself in a foreign voice.
I like that. Yeah, that was great. It's very meta.
We also got the video sent in by Chrono.
Oh yeah, this is good. It's called More Air Shots. We'll link to this. This is Chrono going crazy again as a sniper, shooting people in the air, like headshotting them. It's very creepy. So we will definitely link to that, and it's a pretty short video too, with a nice little soundtrack. But it's very good. It's like greatest hits. Get it? Greatest hit?
Crits.
Oh, nice! I like that one even better. Okay, anyway, so
You guys are sad. Very sad.
So we have we're gonna mosey on down to the old Player of the Week, and you know what? I really want to give it to M. Mills. To Bob Mills.
Yep. Nope,
for
I agree.
having such an awesome intro and outro to the State of the Servers. The guy totally nails the whole barbershop quartet sound. And feel free, please, to do an introduction to status, listener contributions, surveillance. Maybe the briefcase too. What's in the briefcase? Anyway, feel free.
Briefcase.
Because we will definitely love that.
I think you skipped something here. There's an MP3 under listener contributions that you did not play.
Oh. Okay. Well, congratulations, by the way, Bob Mills.
This I think this is old. This is rapid fire.
Is it?
No, this is one from a couple weeks ago, but we missed last week, so we're gonna go ahead and do this one. So you guys ready? Are we actually ready for the rapid fire?
Sure.
Yeah.
You gonna start again, Brent?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm ready.
47.
All right, rapid fire coming at you once again.
Okay. Got my mic to work, so we're bringing it back.
Sweet.
Time to hide, cowards!
Here we go. If you buy TF2 on a disc, can I still play with people on Steam?
I don't get the question.
The answer is yes.
Would you buy a PS3 for the games or the Blu-ray?
Games are redundant on PS3, totally Blu-ray. Unless you're
How many times has That Would Be Your Mother been used on the podcast since the Meet the Spy video?
Never. We've never done it.
Which is a funkier name? Nivicarius or Nivic 1?
Nivicarius.
Yeah, that's a freaky name.
Apparently we have a pea jar related batch.
Sweet, I love pea.
Would having a jar of pea thrown on you really ruin your day?
Not as much as having to type in things on a command line.
What would you do in retaliation upon having said pea jar thrown at you?
I would whine and cry.
The sniper's pea glows. What the heck does he do to make that happen?
He drinks a lot of nitro stuff.
Oh well.
What happened?
What's up with all the P questions?
If Valve sold a make-your-own Girardi kit, would you buy it?
Totally. I'd buy like 6 of them. Like,
I'd make my own Girardi every day.
I'd buy one for my father, one for my sister, 2 for myself.
Girate, stranger when used on friends or foes?
Stranger when you use it on your friends. You can pick your friends, but you don't pee on them.
Headshots or backstabs?
Girate.
Nice. The third
Spy knife or pyro backburner?
Girate again.
Oh, pyro backburner every day. Every day for a week.
Every day.
Months.
For the record, the spy's knife is called a balisong or butterfly knife.
P.
High, medium, or low mouse sensitivity?
Medium. I hate high mount sensitivity. It drives me
P
nuts.
setting.
Me too. P setting's good, yeah.
Which one of the 3 quick-fire question hosts did you prefer?
Urine.
Bullmedius, I'm very sorry, I can't pronounce things today. Magnus Dyer, or your regular host, moi, Rusty Bullet?
You're gonna have to go with Rusty here.
Maybe stick with the Rusty?
I like moi.
Will Eric ever find his one true love? Will Spencer ever realize how much he has in common with the jellyfish? Find out next time on... Oh, wait, sorry. Went into soap mode for a minute there. Do you think that the Kritzkrieg is Girardi powered?
The Kritzkrieg is trying. Yes, I do. I'm a strong believer. I stick to my beliefs. Next.
What would the chief do in this situation?
Pee on someone.
How many TF2 classes
Surrender?
does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Nice.
1.
I was waiting for a question.
The right one.
Did you ever find the ham?
Did you ever find the ham?
The ham sandwich in the fridge? Yeah, totally. I ate that last night.
Favorite drink?
What's whose favorite drink?
Girate. P.
Sure, Girardi. I don't know.
I was totally talking over the question.
Is watermelon awesome or awesome?
Only when it has urine in it.
Who's the tough guy now, huh? Tough guy?
Spencer? No. Pikachu. He's
I
tough.
think the scout says that. If there was a Cat in the Hat style hat in TF2, which class should get it?
The engineer.
Nice.
Since we have hats now, should we have sunglasses too?
No, ruin the game. I'm never playing the game because of these stupid hats.
Brent hates sunglasses.
Since the heavy's so athletic, what sport would he play?
He would play bowling. Because that's not really a sport. But it's still like getting out and moving
No
around.
jumping in TF2 or no health or ammo spawns?
No health or ammo spawns.
Why do people want to like ruin
Payload
the game?
or payload race?
I didn't hear the question.
Payload
Urine.
race or P?
Urine.
Oh.
And our final question. Would you idle if it meant getting the exact hat that you wanted? An example, the sombrero?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
I would
totally.
probably sit there for weeks.
I would love to have a sombrero and a poncho.
Fine choice.
Totally.
And now it's time for the usual special thanks. Special thanks go out to Volmedius, Korn, Shorin, Alhan, Sprumth, Johnny Napalm, Lyskin, Ratsgobbler, Shellblade, Sarda, Bleachbach, Fully Charged, and Magmaspire. Have a nice podcast.
I'll be seeing you.
Nice one.
I'll be seeing you.
So that was awesome. Thanks again. Another rapid fire.
Speaking of, do you know I was looking at my inventory in DDO the other day, and I did have some ham. And I don't know where I got it.
Maybe from your genie.
No. I never
You
activated
didn't ask for
it.
ham?
No.
For your genie?
No.
What's the deal with the ham?
You can ask it. You get a genie for the Christmas thing, and you can ask him to rain ham down on you. Is one of the.
But the other thing is, there's, I don't know why, but there's always been a looking for ham, like LFH in DDO. And if you LFH, you kind of squat and you look around like you're trying to inspect, and there's a ham floating up above your head. Like you're thinking about ham and you are looking for ham.
Well, in the chat room,
the ham is a lie.
Someone that goes by the name of Liquid Cool 81. Is the ham a lie?
No, absolutely, obviously not. I have it in my possession in my DDO game, so no.
Okay.
Which I need to play some more with y'all Tuesday.
You want to do?
I tried a few weeks ago and no one showed up.
Yeah. Oh well, this past week.
No, not last week. I was out of town.
Yeah.
Week before that.
We were there. Oh no, wait. Remember, I told you that week that I had to work that night, and we were going to do it later in the week.
Oh,
owned.
Yep. So
okay,
we'll be doing it again on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Also, I'm in the beta, so we need to poke around with the DDO beta a little bit, and then Eric and I have been poking around with Runes of Magic. Did you go up many levels? I mean, you're not like totally out leveling me.
No, I'm level 10,
Okay.
but I haven't chosen my secondary class yet.
Okay, I haven't either. I don't know if I want to.
Secondary.
Yeah, you can get two classes.
Yeah, dual class action.
Is it the same kind of classes you would see in pretty much any other game?
Yep.
Now, are they the ones who have the ninja pigs, or is that no? That's Wizards 101, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's one of the MMOs that has ninja pigs as like something you fight.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought that was interesting.
I haven't seen any ninja pigs. I've seen some goblins.
Yeah.
And a bunch of animals.
And you start off killing spiders and baby bears.
So
It's like
what
every game.
has you playing this over, say,
money?
anything?
Money.
Different.
It's free.
It's free.
Totally free MMO.
Okay, just that it's free.
Yep.
No,
So
I want to try something different. I've done WoW. I've done War. I've done DDO. I've done it all. So I mean, periodically I want to expand my horizons.
You've done crack. You've done heroin.
I have.
I mean, it's like.
Well, there's this thing called Toontown too. It's free.
I played Toontown. I actually paid for Toontown online for a while.
Toontown. Welcome to 19 Railroads. Railroad Times.
There is the Pirates of the Caribbean one that's in the vein of Toontown that I haven't ever tried. So I tried Guild Wars. I didn't care for Guild Wars all that much.
Let's go back and play EverQuest.
That always annoys
I
me
don't
too.
wanna-
Like people call avatars tunes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Does that come from Toon? No,
it
that's
doesn't
another
come-
rant. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
But see, I guess to me it changed with like forums and stuff with your avatar being your little square 140 pixel picture. To me now that's an avatar.
Yeah.
Like in game it's your tune, it's your character. It's a little more than just an avatar now. Even
It's
though
a cartoon. It's slang for cartoon.
Yeah. It is.
I don't like it. One iota.
Well, definitely don't play Toontown then, because then you will be very upset.
Anyway, coming back to the old surveillance.
Oh, we're not done with the podcast?
Surveillance.
So there's some links here. We'll put them in the show notes. See you guys later.
Bye. The first excellent surveillance entry here. Actually, you know what? I already talked about this. This is a 2 Fort Upside Down. I will link to the
I already said
official.
that for you.
Yes, I will link this thing. And if you are brave enough to check it out, congrats. I wish the map maker of 2 Fort Upside Down would please make it easier to navigate and walk around. Please, because it's such a cool idea. The next entry here, we have a video. This is Taunt replacement. I played this live for the chat room during our pre-show, actually last week. This was sent to us by Medic Wine. Thank you very much. And this is very cool. This is basically just a Taunt replacement by all the different classes. And you can see how creepy it is seeing like a medic run like a scout and like... you know, a heavy taunting like the sniper, like flipping his hat and stuff, and it's really quite disturbing. Some of the taunts don't really work because it's like stretches the character out and makes like weird movements and clipping things, but like some of them are just like dead on. It's like totally perfect. Oh, like the heavy doing the kaboom with his crotch. Pretty funny stuff. Anyway. The next thing we have is a model replacement, and this is really cool. This is called Cupcakes Reanimated, and this is pretty neat because this is like a model replacement for the demo, and he's throwing cupcakes instead of
stickies or cupcakes.
Instead of stickies.
Yep.
And what's really like even more unique about it is the fact that when you go to detonate them, or at least I think, because there's a video, I'm going to link to it and you can watch it, is that he will start eating the cupcakes, and inserted into it is the om nom nom sound of the heavy eating his sandwich. So he's sitting there nomming on his cupcakes. Anyway, very well done. They look to be chocolate cupcakes with vanilla icing and a little cherry on top.
Look, they have little leaves too, so maybe a little Christmas theme going on.
Yeah, perhaps. Very explosive, but very sugary indeed. I would not eat too many of these.
Sounds like my diarrhea.
Yikes. So the next thing here, this is so good. I played this also live for the chat room in the pre-show. This is World of Crashes. Meet the Crashes. This is like watching...
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yes.
With TF2 sounds behind it.
Yes.
And they work.
Oh, they're hilarious. Everything is funnier with TF2 sounds. I promise you.
See, a lot of these types of videos I just hate.
Really?
It just doesn't work, but this one works.
Yeah, I hate a lot of this stuff too, but this one absolutely nails it on the head, and it cracks me up.
Yes. So this is my recommended video if you watch one video this week. This is the one to watch. So anyway, I guess that really takes us out. This was a Critten awesome Critten episode. Episode 81.
And I'm glad we're getting a break because I've got to go crit.
Oh, really? Watch your language around here.
That is Critten stupid.
So I want you all to realize that our Control Points official TF2 servers are hosted with servers from lowpings.net. If you're looking for a cheap 100-tick game server, what are they, 99 cents a slot?
Yes.
Right? Then look no further.
And you can get vent servers there too.
You can. This is he's not lying about this. So check out lowpings.net, please, because they sponsor us, and they're actually really, really, really good servers with really good admin configure. And none of this crappy like control line or command line crap. It's all web based. You click stuff and you make it happen, and it's fine and it's dandy. So check that out. I guess really I also want everyone to realize that we do have, like, Dead Workers Party does have a YouTube channel. Some people don't realize this. I still get some emails and some chats saying, "Oh, wow, you guys actually have a YouTube, account. If I would have known this, I'd have been checking it out." So anyway, we do record every single episode. Like this one right here has been recorded. It has a lot of videos. The things that we talk about, we usually show on the video stream. So you can check us out live every single Sunday on ustream.tv or deadworkers.com/live around 3 p.m. CST. And
it's GMT -6 too.
Yeah, but if you totally missed that, don't worry. Go to youtube.com/channels/Dead Workers Party or something like that. Anyway, I don't know. Go to our front page, deadworkers.com/network, and you will see a YouTube link. You will see a YouTube graphic. Click on that sucker.
Ooh, I haven't seen this yet.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, check out that, and you will be amazed at the sights and sounds.
Whoa, it's big.
Visuals.
You will be amazed.
You will be. It's like
the big YouTube banner.
It's like
huge video.
It's like I'm up here selling snake oil. So you can always call us at 256-513-4772. Be sure to check out all of our other shows. We have tons of good stuff on the network, and a new show that's about to start budding soon. And also, The Daily Gamer is about to rehash. It's about to come back. And also, let's see here. Twitter. You can Twitter all of us. Oh, God, there's so many accounts.
Yeah, just don't worry about it. Or just go to @Brent Copeland.
You can Twitter all kinds of people. Brent Copeland. Control Point. /Control Point, go to that one. That's the main thing here. /Dead Workers, that's us as a company. Okay, I already went through 3. So we have Wes Wilson, you have Nailhead, you have Brent Copeland. Anyway, so please send us iTunes reviews, because we have had very many nice ones, and we don't have a nice batch yet between now and the last episode, but next episode I will mention the last 10 iTunes reviews that we've gotten. So please send in a nice review. We love reading them. I love just sitting around on a nice Sunday afternoon reading iTunes reviews. So if you send one in, I will pimp out the last 10 iTunes reviewers. Anyway, thank you for listening to the show. Any last words?
Last words.
And Brent Copeland?
Those are 2 good ones.
Sweet. I like it a lot. All right. And that's another episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Doobie-doo-doo.
Do you have the time
to listen to me whine
about nothing and everything that's TF2?
about snipers and spies? I am one of those melodramatic demos.
I miss all my pipes because now I only have 8.
Sometimes I get so sick of nerfs. Nothing.
Sometimes
rhymes.
those spies backstab me.
That doesn't rhyme with nerfs.
Yeah,
you totally
doesn't matter,
dude.
Hey, that was one of the things they wanted was more singing, so we gave it to them.
Dead Workers Party Network. Steve Perry.